just pulled onto the highway in my little foreign car. Well, it's raining and the roads are really bad. I never saw that big old diesel, but I heard it hit the air. I got a feeling that I might have made him mad. There's a diesel on my tail, I'm making 90 miles an hour. The reflection in my mirror's mighty pale. I can hear St. Peter calling, I can almost smell the flowers. Can this compact take the impact? There's a diesel on my tail. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, rats and hogs and nasty old squirrels. How y'all are? You know, I've been getting some inquiries as to my well-being, so I know it's been a while. I thought I'd better kick out a video. It ain't gonna be the one you want, but it's the one I got, so that's one you're gonna get. So our peak always says you deal with it. Anyhow, it's just been a busy time of year around here, so yeah, let's take a look. I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. I believe my table's on fire. Oops! Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. I posted on Instagram, but I don't know if it's a good idea for an old man to be up on the roof with a chainsaw, but I got the camera rolling just in case this is the last thing I ever do. Don't you roll your eyes at me. Thank goodness we had the, yeah, here's the 83 owner's manual, and I'm so grateful that I had that because it explains in this manual here on page 39. It tells how to fix this broken latch. Yeah, tells you how to do that. You can even do it with one hand. Yeah. Good old owner's manual, ain't that great? Nice to have that. Well, guys, this is what we call a twofer. 2 for 1. We got two dummies in the same shot here. First of all, we got this guy walking down the street with a mask on, and ain't nobody within 2 or 3 blocks of him. Then you got this idiot driving down the street with his foot hanging out the window.
And yeah, he was driving. I just got this shot because we were stopped in traffic, but I don't know. He was alongside me for 2 or 3 blocks, so I don't know what happened to him. I often have guys comment on my videos and say, boy, I wish I could find something like that. I wish I could find a project. Well, they're out there, you know. I was just happened to be looking at a grafting job the other day and came by this one. They're asking $2,500 for it. I didn't get out and look at it. Looks pretty solid from a distance, but you know how that goes. Anyway, they're out there, guys.
Well, it's been a long winter. I wonder if it will. You're next, buddy. Oh, this is disgusting. This is just disgusting. Oh, I'm ashamed. I am ashamed of myself for letting this car get so dirty. But I'm about to wash all that shame away. Shame wow. Did y'all ever have your ADD kick in and then you wind up going just a little further than you really intended to go? Just a little deeper than what you originally had in mind? You ever had that happen? Well, oh rockabilly, the old man has sat here all winter long and hadn't been started. I wonder. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But I wonder. I just wonder. I need to prime the carburetor. Or not.
rockabilly wrap, 1932 Chevy, original engine. Oh my goodness, look at this shop. It's destroyed. My bench is destroyed. Of course, that looks pretty good compared to Mr. Heavy Chevy's bench. Oh, he's got the claim to fame, the messiest bench in all of YouTube. And I don't know, I think I'm running a close second today. But, yeah, I don't want to try and rob him of his title, so I'm gonna try and clean this mess up. But look at this mess, this horrible mess that I call a shop. I've even still got my grafting toolbox out here. It hasn't even been put away. We finished grafting April the 24th, and I still haven't got things put away. So, yeah, I've been buried in yard work. So I'm about to dive into this. I'm gonna jump on this like a monkey on a cupcake. I'm gonna rip this place apart. Put things away. I gotta repair my compressor. I'm not sure what happened there, but something did. It's sitting back on its haunches, reared back, raring to go. Alright, let's get with it. Whoa, what happened here? Oh no, check it out, clean workbench. Can you dig it, Mr. Heavy Chevy? Oh my goodness, clean welding table. Whoa, clean project table. Oh my goodness, the little people came in last night and cleaned this place up. Just look at it. Bugger's heavy. This is a special type of steel. It's chain that was used to open the gate at the dam. It's called Chelan Falls. I think use Steve Wagmore.
Chance, are you sure you don't want me to rope it?
Let her go.
All right.
That's a small limb.
I'm hooked onto this one.
Oh, you're killing me. Oh.
Yeah, see, that limb ain't doing nothing. That was just holding me in place.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this one's just a position. This one's holding my weight.
You should be in Hollywood. You could be a stuntman in the movies.
Okay.
Well, I've been talking a few years now about moving that clock because, as you see, when I sit here on my patio and sight through there and line it up with those trees over there on the mountain, you can see that the clock is listing. It's leaning to the left quite severely. So I got to do something about that. It just doesn't line up vertically with those trees. So I've either got to straighten up the clock or I've got to go over there on that mountain and cut all those trees down.
Well, let me think about this for a minute. Or two. Hello, 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 hello. I think I'm going to build a bracket that fits down in here. Spreads its little wings. So when you pick up on it, it's picking up on it out here. Then I want to build a plate with a hole in it so that I can bolt the bottom link down inside. It will be hidden. The chain will go down in here and disappear. You won't see any where it's bolted up or anything. That's what I think I'm going to do. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Things don't always go as planned around here.
Well, now we have to determine how high off the ground do we want this clock. It is, wow, it's exactly 5 feet tall. This will hang inside and catch. I don't drop it now. Catches on these sides. Now, how high are we going to hang this thing? Yeah, I kind of like the chain more of it to be exposed, so I'm probably not going to hang it way, way high off the ground. High enough that I can mow under it, slide the mower under it. It's far enough out of the yard that it's really not going to be a problem to mow around it or under it. Hey guys, I got a new pocket watch. Got it hanging out there in that tree just for safekeeping. All right, let's talk about this clutch a little bit. This is, by the way, on the Dirty Dozen, the GMC Twin 6, the V12 engine. 1938 GMC cab. Most of y'all know that. Maybe there's somebody here that's new. Never know. If you are, welcome. This clutch is a bit of a conundrum because of the pressure that it takes to release that pressure plate on this system. What it has is a pressure or a clutch disc against the fly wheel, and then it has an intermediate plate, pretty thick one, and then it has another clutch disc, and then it has a very, very stiff pressure plate. And to release that with that short shaft on there, oh man, it is all I can do to release it. But that's a short throw, and it doesn't have to go very far. About 3 inches is all that has to travel, and that will release it. And ideally, let me get you off the tripodal unit here for a second. Ideally, what I would like to do is take the shaft off and hang it down here, and then do a hydraulic clutch. But you're going to need something substantial. I mean, I don't know if semis have hydraulic clutches, surely somewhere along the way. I've had people discourage me from using some kind of air assist. Anyway, if you guys, somebody out there knows about big trucks and hydraulic clutches, One and Only Farmer, you know about that big stuff, and Chevaholic, you work on that big stuff every day. What do they have for a clutch system? Is there such thing as a hydraulic system that I could, a master and a slave cylinder that I could get my hands on? Because that's quite a bit of throw. And you know that little slave cylinder you get from Speedway has an inch and a quarter inch inch and a quarter of travel, inch and a half, something like that. That ain't gonna cut it. So yeah, we got to do something else, and kind of what I'm thinking about doing. That, I mean, that would ideally, that's what I really like to do as a hydraulic. But another thought I have in mind is maybe running from here over to here somewhere, because this is in the way anyway. It has to come over here to operate if I'm going to use that lever at all. I won't use that lever, but I'm thinking about coming over here and putting in a bearing and a shaft that comes over and rides over on this side of the frame, and then with a longer shaft, but that'll make it easier to push, but then you got more throw, and that could be a problem. So like I said, there's a bit of a conundrum here. I'll figure it out. I like the challenge. I like that part of the process. Friend Too Tall was up there, and he said you can go up here with a shaft as well, but then you got to pull this thing apart, and I really don't want to do that. I would if I had to. I'd pull the cab off this thing. I'll do whatever I have to do to make it go down the road. Don't you get me wrong, but if there's a way around that, I would prefer it. Anyway, kind of thinking about that, if I can do it manually. So you kind of what I got in mind. What I did with the, well, let me turn that back on. What I did with the Rockabilly Rat, the little 32 Chevy, it had a shaft that came off there like I'm talking about, and both levers, the brake and the clutch, rode on that shaft. So what I did was put some hanging pedals in here, and then ran a rod from my hanging pedal over to that shaft on both of them, and man, that worked out so good. It just worked out great. So I kind of have that in mind here as well. Get you back on the tripod unit. Kind of what I'm thinking about is building a jig for this to set in. Set it mounted up here so that I can have this clutch plate work and mount my shaft here with the arm on it that comes up, and start running some rods between here and that rod that comes off of that shaft, and kind of see how much pressure it takes, and the length of the rod and the length of the shaft. And of course, when you get up close to the fulcrum here, that gives you a lot of leverage. Man, you can push a lot of weight with that. But I may not have enough throw. I don't know. This thing will do a lot. It'll do a lot of throw. So anyway, I'm thinking about setting this all up in a jig and playing around with that geometry a little bit. But in the meantime, if one of you guys want to point me in a different direction, send me a link or whatever for some kind of hydraulic system that might work better, let me know. I appreciate you.
Oh, the joy of owning a 1963 Impala Super Sport with a 327 and twin glass packs. Oh, it's good.
Well, now I don't have to go over there and cut all those trees down. Isn't that great?
I've always had a bottle I can turn to, and lately I've been turning every day. Oh, but the booze don't take effect the way it used to. I've been hurting in an old familiar way. Well, tonight the bottle let me down, and let your memories come around. No one, true friend, all I found. Oh, tonight the bottle let me down. Hey, fellas, thanks for hanging out with me here. Now, I know that most of you are here for the V12 build, the Dirty Dozen, and I get that. And I just got so much work around here that I can't play with that all the time. I'm getting kind of caught up enough to give myself permission to work on it. If I got all this maintenance around here hanging over my head, I just can't. I can't play till the work's done. And I'm not caught up, but I'm caught up enough that I can play a little bit on the weekend, I think. So I'm probably going to do that today. What you just saw, I apologize for putting you through what you just went through. Most of you probably clicked off this video by now, and I get that too, but if anybody's still here, appreciate you hanging in there. It's either I don't make videos or I film whatever's going on, and I know it's not interesting, but I had some people kind of want to know if I was still kicking, so I thought I'd drop the video. But yeah, you saw about 1/10 of what's actually happening around here. There's a lot of tractor mowing and a lot of weed whackery, and brush cutting and brush piling, and debris pile burning. And I broke a hard line on my loader on my tractor, and so I waited a couple days till my guru guy was in the parts house and knows how to make up hoses, and he said I speak hoses and fittings, and he does. He knows what's going on. So he finally ordered the parts and got some hoses made up for me yesterday. I got to get those on this morning. I got some mounds out there to knock down with that bucket, where I took out some raised beds. And it just goes on and on and on. But I think later today I'm going to get to play around with that clutch a little bit on the Dirty Dozen. Yeah. So I appreciate you hanging in there with me. Next video will probably be about that truck and not about this other nonsense called work. Alright, you know what? I sure do appreciate you. See you next time.